Barcelona's 6-1 demolition of Olympiacos at the Estadi Olympic. Luis Companys will go down in memory for one historic reason: Fermín López's remarkable hat trick. But for those who truly understand the game, the real heartbeat of this victory, the man who shaped its rhythm and ignited the team's fire, was Marcus Rashford. The Englishman's performance wasn't just a show of personal brilliance, it was a tactical catalyst, arriving exactly when this Barcelona side needed experience and composure the most. Rashford's 2 goals were the purest expression of a striker reborn. The first, in the 74th minute, ball whipped in a cross from the left, and Rashford struck from an impossibly tight angle. Pure power, perfect precision. The goalkeeper's desperate reach was in vain as the ball smashed into the net. 5 minutes later, Pedri launched a pinpoint long pass into Rashford's stride. One exquisite first touch, then a low rocket from outside the box. Unstoppable, sealing a 6-1 demolition. 2 goals, 1 earned penalty, and a performance that left everyone wondering. Was this really the same Marcus Rashford who struggled at Manchester United? When Barcelona signed him on loan, many laughed. They saw a player past his best, accepting a pay cut just to play. To them, it was a stopgap move, but Hansi Flick saw what others didn't, a fire still burning inside. In Flick's direct attacking system, Rashford's pace, instinct, and freedom have reignited his spark. Against Olympiacos, he played with the intensity and confidence of his 30-goal season in 2022-23. Every touch, every strike was a message to his critics. He didn't celebrate wildly, just a calm smile. The smile of a man who knows he's back, reborn in Catalonia, wearing the colors of a Barcelona rising again. Rashford's influence becomes even more significant when placed in the broader context of Barcelona's current project, a team being carefully built on the foundation of La Masia's brightest young talents. The club is brimming with gems: Fermín López, Gavi, Cubarsí, and above all, Lamine Yamal. Yet, with youth comes inexperience, and with inexperience comes inconsistency, both psychological and tactical. Lamine Yamal, since returning from a groin injury, has struggled to rediscover that electric rhythm and fearless confidence he displayed earlier in the season. His challenge isn't purely physical, it's mental. A split-second hesitation, to dribble or to pass, to cut inside or hug the touchline, is enough to dull the sharp edge that once made him unplayable. Hansi Flick knows forcing Yamal to instantly regain his peak form would do more harm than good. And this is precisely where Marcus Rashford becomes tactical oxygen. Rashford brings directness, a refreshing simplicity that Barcelona's possession-heavy style often sacrifices. When the passing carousel slows down or loses its bite, he becomes the instant threat, always vertical, always purposeful. He embodies pace and proven finishing, relieving the younger attackers from the crushing expectation of delivering goals every game. He's what you might call a pressure sponge. When the team faces turbulence, the criticism and weight of expectation naturally gravitate toward the established star. That allows players like Fermín and Yamal to breathe, to make mistakes, to grow without suffocating under the spotlight. The connection between Rashford and Yamal, especially in the second half, perfectly illustrated that dynamic. Rashford often drifted wide to drag defenders out of shape, creating channels for the young Spaniard to burst into scoring positions. Other times, they swapped roles seamlessly, confusing the Olympiacos backline. Their handshake and shared smile after Barcelona's 4th goal told the story better than any stat sheet could. It was more than celebration. It was a passing of energy, a subtle gesture of reassurance between generations. In that moment, Rashford wasn't just a scorer or a leader. He was a bridge between the present and the future of Barcelona. Rashford's loan move to Barcelona from Manchester United, with a rumored £35 million buy option, has created one of the most intriguing paradoxes of this transfer market, especially when compared to the club's long-term pursuit of Nico Williams. The comparison between Rashford and Williams shouldn't be about potential alone. It's about timing and profile. Nico Williams, with a release clause now soaring to £90 million, represents explosive promise and long-term upside. But Flick's Barcelona doesn't just need potential, it needs production. It needs consistency, experience, and cold-blooded efficiency in front of goal right now. And that's exactly what Rashford provides. Having carried the attacking burden for Manchester United in the Premier League, he arrives as a proven performer, not a gamble. 5 goals and 5 assists in just 12 matches tell a simple story. Immediate impact at a fraction of the cost. For a club still navigating financial challenges, Barcelona cannot afford luxury signings that may or may not blossom years down the line. Rashford, at £35 million, is the rarest kind of deal in modern football. Low risk, high reward. A gift from a market that often forgets how to value proven excellence. It's a move rooted in pragmatism rather than sentiment. Instead of chasing inflated dreams, Barca have secured a player forged by pressure, defined by experience, and ready to deliver from day one. And when people look back, they'll likely ask themselves how a player once valued at twice that amount became such a bargain. Because this isn't Barcelona lowering their standards, it's Barcelona rediscovering what truly matters: proven quality, maturity, and the mentality to win now. Rashford's decision to accept a more reasonable salary by Premier League standards isn't an act of sacrifice, it's a statement of values. After years of carrying the weight of expectation, loneliness, and constant scrutiny at Old Trafford, where he had to be the hero, the scapegoat, and the symbol all at once, Rashford chose peace over pressure. He chose football, pure and simple. In Barcelona, he's rediscovered both his belief and his smile. Under Hansi Flick, a coach who prioritizes empathy, mentality, and personal connection, Rashford has found what can only be described as a therapeutic environment. That, more than anything, is priceless. It's transformed his frustration into fuel, his tension into composure. That's why discussions about a permanent deal between Rashford and Barcelona aren't about money. They're about meaning. Barcelona must operate within La Liga's strict salary structure, and Rashford, in return, seeks assurance of his role as a cornerstone of the project. If he feels he belongs here, trusted by his coach, embraced by teammates like Pedri and Yamal, and supported by the fans, then the numbers on the contract will simply fall into place. In truth, Rashford's arrival is far more than a short-term solution for the left wing. He represents maturity, the stabilizing force within a youthful, ambitious squad still learning how to win. He brings energy, decisiveness, and the kind of leadership that can't be taught in training. At 27, Rashford isn't a player chasing redemption. He's a man stepping into his prime, providing the glue that binds Barcelona's next generation together. He gives this team balance, belief, and a winning edge without suffocating the young stars with expectation. In an era obsessed with potential, Marcus Rashford is a reminder that refined experience can be just as powerful. Because 27 isn't an age of decline. It's the age where character, craft, and calm all converge. And right now, that's exactly what Barcelona need.